Hi, everyone. My name is Cora Putz, and I am the business leader for our top-of-the-line company here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and in Canada. I'm proud to be part of our FSRC group, which has business leaders from 8 different companies across North America. We are FSRC Strong. So because you're on today's webinar, or I guess this is Facebook Live, I want you to let your company know that you're on. Go to your company Facebook group, your director's Facebook group, and let everyone know that you're on so that they join our FSRC 2.0 Facebook group as well, and they can take advantage of this training. For those of you who are watching for the very first time, welcome. We do have an album in our FSRC 2.0 Facebook group that has the past Facebook Lives for 2018. So you can go back and check out some of the other topics and listen to all the great training. One of the benefits of being part of our FSRC group is that you get trained from some of the top leaders all across North America. So it's not only from your own business leader and your own director, but you get to take advantage of training from others who have seen success in Tupperware. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I joined Tupperware 9 years ago, and I joined because the kit was too good of a deal to pass up. So when our team members say someone joined just for the kit or someone joined for the Say Yes offer, I say perfect, because that is the same reason that I joined 9 years ago. And we want more Coras on our team. Well, maybe not more Coras, but more people on our team, right? So when I joined 9 years ago, I had no intention of selling Tupperware. I had no intention of doing Tupperware parties. In fact, I joined simply so that I could get the discount and actually share the discount with my friends and family each and every month. And I did that for 12 months. I submitted orders each and every month, and I was able to keep my account active, keep it open. And in fact, I got my personal volume bonus in many months just by handing out catalogs and brochures and collecting orders that way. Something changed 12 months later, and I was about to go back to work. I was about to go back to work to my job where I worked at the University of Saskatchewan, a job I loved. I'd been there for 10 years, but it was a job where I worked 80 hours a week and got paid for 35. Not the best job for a mom of 2 small kids, right? So I thought about it, and I thought, you know, there has to be something better in life than working 80 hours a week and getting paid for 35 and never, ever, ever seeing my children. Basically, I'd be dropping them off at daycare in the morning, picking them up at daycare at the end of the day, and basically it'd be time for supper and bath and repeat the next day. That wasn't the kind of life I wanted for our family. So I thought, maybe I should give this Tupperware a try. I'd been a consultant for about a year. Maybe I should give Tupperware a try. So I decided to host a vendor event in my home. So we had a 1,600 square foot home at the time, over 2 levels. And I thought, why don't I invite some friends over who sell other products, and we can bring some ladies in over a couple nights and see what would happen. So we did it over 2 evenings, 6:30 to 9 o'clock. I had 16 vendors in my home, all set up with little tables. And the Toys R Us and the Walmart filled with toys that was all over our house, we pushed it into the spare bedroom so that we could make this happen. And over 2 nights, we had 100 women come through my house. And I knew that because I had collected lead slips. In my former job, I did trade shows, so I knew all about lead slips. That was not a foreign thing to me. And excuse me. So over those 2 nights, we had 100 women pass through my house. And from there, I dated 10 Tupperware parties from those 100 women. So 1 in 10 dated a Tupperware party with me. A lot of those people were my friends, but because we did this as a collective group, other people had invited people to come as well. Now, one of the ladies who was there actually ran our Movies for Mummies in Saskatoon. And so I was well connected with that because I was a young, I had young kids myself. And so I would go to the movies every week, and I would easily breastfeed my baby during the movie. And these were set up for moms with kids. And the beautiful thing about inviting her to join is she had a network. So she emailed out her network, and those several of the people who I didn't know came from that source. And so if you can think about anyone where you are locally who is sending out mass emails to their customer list, that is a great person to partner with your Tupperware business, because they already have a clientele, and that will help you to build to build your clientele if that's what you're looking for right now, which I'm guessing you are because you're on this Facebook Live. Okay, so from there, I dated these parties and I went out and did them. And so my goal was, I'm going to do 10 parties. I'm going to see, can I make money at these parties? Now, I didn't need to make a lot of money because I wasn't going to have the childcare costs. I wasn't going to have clothing costs because Tupperware parties are easy. Black pair of pants, a Tupperware t-shirt, which I'm wearing now, which you can't see. I don't know how to change the angle, so I won't touch that. Or the Tupperware apron actually fits over. If you don't have a Tupperware t-shirt yet, Tupperware aprons in the kit, you're set to go. There's your uniform. And I also didn't need to buy meals out for lunch, which I did when I worked. So really, I didn't need to make as much money as I was, at my 6-figure income job, but I did want to bring a little bit of money in. So I went out and did 10 parties, and I thought, at the end of this 10 parties, I need to decide, am I making money and am I having fun? And holy smokes, was it fun doing Tupperware parties. It was fun cooking in front of people. But I need to tell you guys, leading up to that, I did take advantage of my business leaders meeting. So she would hold meetings once a month. And sometimes they were in her home and sometimes they were at a hotel, but I went to her meetings each and every month and I learned about the products. I learned how to cook in them. I learned how to demonstrate them. And it was those skills that I was able to take to the Tupperware party that made me more knowledgeable. And so that is something I do recommend for each of you, is take advantage of the training that your business leader is offering on the product training that Tupperware has on our Tupperware Salesforce website too, because there's lots of training that can make you knowledgeable when you are first joining Tupperware, or even if you're not first joining, but you're starting to go out and do parties today. Because if you do have some tips to share at your parties, people are going to be more likely to want to date parties with you. Okay, one of the things I learned from Loretta at Leadership Conference, one of our fellow directors in our FSRC group, is she went to a Tupperware party, and this is what she was shown. And this is something you could do at your parties too. She said, what does this bowl mean to you? So this bowl might mean, the popcorn bowl that you have in your house. This might mean, a great salad bowl. This might mean the bowl that you make your bread in. But to me, this bowl means so much more. This bowl means that I get to be at home when my kids get home from school every day. This bowl means that I get to take my kids to hockey and to dancing. This bowl means that I get to pay for my kids' activities and don't need to worry about fundraising for them, because that's what this bowl means to me. This bowl means that I get to travel with my kids and show them things around the world that they wouldn't have had the opportunity to see. This bowl means that I get to be a mom and a business owner and a wife. This bowl means so much more. And we need to be talking about what this bowl means to us, because for so many of us, being in Tupperware has changed our life and given our family opportunities that they wouldn't have had. And I have to tell you guys that it all goes back to the Tupperware party. So the fastest, quickest, easiest way to build your business is by dating Tupperware parties. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you have a full date book and there's not possibly, you don't have an empty spot in there where you could add in one more party? Okay, now how many of you, if you could do a Tupperware party this afternoon and tomorrow, or 3 this week, you would do it if you had them dated? Right? So that's the difference, is we need to get those party dated, right? So how do we get those party dated? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to ask people. I want you to think about this past week, or maybe the past 24 hours. How many people did you come in contact with who have no idea that you're a Tupperware Salesforce member? Did you run across anyone? Did you have did you talk to someone and they probably have no idea that you're open for business, that you're looking to date Tupperware parties, that you are wanting to help them get their Tupperware for free? Has that happened to you this week? Have you talked to someone? Okay, so I make it my mission when I leave the house, I want to talk to at least 5 people or at least 10 people, depending on how long I'm going to be out of the house. But I want to talk to people and let them know that I'm in business with Tupperware. So here are some of the ways I do that. Of course, wearing the Tupperware t-shirt, which I feel like I need to stand up now so you can see. So there's my Tupperware t-shirt. And you could order a Tupperware t-shirt, talk to your business leader. You might be able to get a Tupperware t-shirt that way. You can also earn t-shirts and jackets from Tupperware itself, so you could wear that. Or you can get your name tag, right? You could wear your name tag. That'd actually be a great thing to do too. But I have found that when I'm wearing my Tupperware t-shirt, or for me, it's easy because I have a Tupperware vehicle thanks to my company who got us the sales to get the vehicle. But even without a Tupperware vehicle itself, you can logo your own vehicle with Tupperware. But I have people who approach me because I'm being strategic in wearing my Tupperware clothes or carrying a Tupperware water bottle. Even on your Tupperware water bottle, one of our soon to be director, she'll be a director this week, on her Tupperware water bottle, she had something about dating parties or whatever. On her water bottle, a cricket, I don't know, I'm so not into crafting, but she had on her Tupperware water bottle with a cricket, you could print it out, I guess. Take a Sharpie marker if you like, but it's not going to look as professional, so cricket might be better. But she said, booking Tupperware parties. And she had someone who approached her because she was holding the water bottle. So think about that. Every time you leave your house, be strategic. So one of the examples I like to give is at the grocery store. Because what does the grocery store clerk always say to you? You know, did you find everything you're looking for? Or how was your day or whatever? But it's usually, did you find everything you're looking for? So my response is always, yes. I am shopping for a recipe. I'm practicing a Tupperware recipe today. Or yes, I'm on my way to do a Tupperware delivery. Or yes, I am heading out to a Tupperware party. I find if I'm positive in my response, but I can sneak in the word Tupperware and never lie, but always sneak in the word Tupperware, you will be able to start engaging a conversation. So then I wait for their response. So, you know, those of you who know me know that I could probably talk for about 3 days straight without taking a breath, without closing my eyes. But in this circumstance, so if it was Juanita and she was the grocery store clerk, I would say, yes, Juanita, I try and, you know, if they have a name tag, I'll try and say their name. Yes, Juanita, you know what, actually these ingredients, I am practicing one of my brand new Tupperware recipes this afternoon. And then I'm quiet. Put this in your mouth if you need to. And I wait for their response, because usually their eyes light up. Usually they ask a question. And remember that we are in a relationship business, so we need to build relationships with our soon-to-be customers, our soon-to-be hosts, our soon-to-be team members. And I believe that everyone is one of those three. They're either a soon-to-be customer, host, team member, or they're going to refer me to someone. So that's how I like to respond in those circumstances. Then they say, well, do you have a Tupperware catalog with me? Now, you're probably going to be shocked when I say this. My answer is always no. I don't carry Tupperware catalogs with me, because how many times have I given a catalog to someone and they never contact me back? I don't want to put my business in their hands. I want to put my business in my own hands. So I want to collect their contact details. So my favorite thing is my phone. So right now I'm at 5,000 Facebook friends. I cannot Facebook friend anyone else. So that is totally unfortunate that Facebook has that rule. I used to Facebook friend people, but now I'll go into my notes and I'll get their contact details. And I'll say, you know what, Juanita, actually, I would like, Juanita, I am doing a monthly draw and I'm giving away free Tupperware. And yeah, Connie, I love it. And I would like you to be entered into my monthly draw. Or I will say, Juanita, do you want to be the first to know when Tupperware has sales on? Because I send out an email every month or every week, whatever it is that you do. I send out an email every week with the sales. Would you like to be the first to know about the Tupperware sales? Let me get you added into my phone, okay? Now, after that, I might say, oh, wait a minute, I do have a catalog and I'll give you a catalog. But it's always first that I want to get their contact details, because really the fortunes and the follow-up in this business, you want to put your business and your success of your business in your own hands, and you want to make sure that you have the ability to follow up with them, because that's really what's important in this business. Okay, so, but if you have the ability to Facebook friend people, that actually is brilliant as well. But here's something, guys. You need to watch, what are you posting on Facebook? Are you only posting Tupperware sales all the time? Are you only posting about your family all the time? You need to have a balance of both. And I truly believe that. And I also think not only do you want to post Tupperware sales and Tupperware offers, but you want to post yourself using Tupperware in the kitchen. You want to post videos of your family using Tupperware in the kitchen, maybe friends over using Tupperware, because what is the saying I remember from my marketing classes? Features tell, but benefits sell. So how has Tupperware saved you time and money in the kitchen, right? It's great that we have the bowls that are on sale this week and you can save over 50% off. I guess that ended last night at midnight. But how are having those bowls saving you time and money in your kitchen? How is owning that MicroPro grill going to save your customers time and money in their kitchen? What can you make in that MicroPro grill that's going to help your family to eat healthier? Those kinds of things. So those kind of pictures are what are going to sell the people watching you on your Tupperware products. Okay, so we talked about making sure that you are out there being proud out loud about your Tupperware business, and you're wearing Tupperware, you're talking about Tupperware in everyday conversation. And I really do want to challenge each of you on right now. Today, I want you to find 5 people who you normally wouldn't have brought up Tupperware in a conversation, and I want you to bring it up today, and I want you to post on here so that we can all cheer each other on and learn from each other. So one of the other ways I like to do that is if I'm talking to someone, and maybe if Connie is the person I'm talking to, I would ask her what she does in her business. Like, what does she do? A lot of people do that, right, in everyday conversation. Connie, what is it that you do? And she's going to tell me, and then 99 times out of 100, her reply to me is, what do I do? Now, for many of you, you might have a job other than Tupperware as well as your Tupperware business. And I don't want to knock any of those jobs at all, but just to give you an example, let's say that you work at Tim Hortons at the coffee shop. Okay, so Tim Hortons is a big thing in Canada. If you tell people that you work at Tim Hortons and they end up going to shop at Tim Hortons and buying coffee there, is that going to affect your family? Is that going to put food on the table for your family? No. So instead of telling people the other things that you do aside from Tupperware, lead with Tupperware. So when Connie comes back and says, well, what do you do, Cora? Oh, I'm in Tupperware. I am a successful Tupperware business owner, right? And you know what? People want to party with someone who is successful. So make sure that they think that you are successful. Make sure that you believe you're successful. Now, if you're brand new to Tupperware, maybe you don't think you're successful yet. Or maybe you don't have a super success story yet. So what did I do when I didn't own a Tupperware car yet? I would say, you know what? I'm part of the number one Tupperware team in Canada. I'm part of the number one Tupperware team in North America. I'm part of the fastest growing Tupperware team in our state, in our province, in our area, and I would talk about our team as a whole, and that I'm a part of that, because you are part of this FSRC group, which, holy smokes, guys, I am so proud to be part of this group. So you're part of this group too. You're a part of the group where we have some of the top leaders in North America right in this group. And you can say that and be proud of that. And it is so not a lie. And that's something that when someone joins your team, that they're going to get access to this training that others across North America don't have. And so that's something that you can be proud of. Okay, so when I'm talking to people specifically about dating a Tupperware party, what kind of word choices have helped me to get a party dated? Okay, so because you need to know, I should have mentioned this. When I first promoted to director, so that was back in 2010, when I first promoted to director, I was doing 2 to 4 home parties or trade shows per week, making $4,000 to $6,000 per month. For how many of you would making that kind of money make a difference to your family? Making $4,000 to $6,000 a month, only being out of the house 2 to 4 nights a week, and once you're doing 2 to 4 parties a week, your parties are only going to be 2 hours, I promise you. I would go in and out of the house. I could leave my house and get back, if the party was within 20 minutes, I could be back within 2 hours. Because you guys, if I'm doing a Tupperware party and leaving my family for the evening, I want to make the most money per hour because I'm worth it and you're worth it too. So I want to make the most money per hour. So I want to get in and out as fast as I can. And I'm not rushing. I'm not talking about rushing, but I really had a polished demo that would get me the results I was looking for in a short amount of time. And people wanted to date parties with me because it didn't occupy their whole evening. And that was super important to my hosts. So now let me tell you, there were some of my hosts I was friends with, and I would stay longer, but that's, I kind of call that overtime. That doesn't count with the actual quote unquote Tupperware party itself. And so that did happen from time to time because, because, my company name, Top of the Line, we party all the time. Anyway, but what are some of the, when I look back and I think, what are some of the word choices that helped me get those parties dated? First of all, it needed to be about them. Why would a host want to date a party with me? Now, if you have order forms all organized and filed and in a system, that's brilliant, and you are much better than I am. But something that I did do, and I learned this from Sonia Blaney, who is now our Vice President of Sales for Canada, is to invest in an address book. So go to the dollar store, and actually, if you do that, I want you to post a picture of it in this thread. Let's keep this thread alive so that we can all be reminded of some of the tips in here, and you guys can expand on them too, and then we can all learn from each other, because really we all want to be dating Tupperware parties, so this will help you. So anyway, I want you to go to the dollar store today and get an address book, and get a big one, and a nice big one. It's only going to cost you a couple bucks. And instead of putting people's names in there by their last name, you put people's names in there by the name of their product. So if someone was looking for a large carryall right now, that's not something that you can buy, I would put that under C for carryall. So I go Kelly Clark, Donna, I would put your name and phone number or email address under carryall, okay? Next week, someone asks me about the extra large Fridge Smart. So under Fridge Smart, I would be putting that in. So anytime someone asks for a product not currently available in our brochure or our catalog, those names get put in this address book. Perfect. Those items come out for sale or for host gift or for say yes. Those are the people I'm going back to and contacting, because you need a reason to contact someone. Well, so one of the best reasons to contact someone is that we have a new brochure and we have one each and every month. So that gives you a great reason to contact your customers each and every month because of the new brochure. We have a new catalog. Now we have a new catalog today because we are in second month of the brand new catalog. If you haven't phoned your customers in January, you have a reason to contact them right now because you have a brand new catalog. So hi Juanita, this is Cora calling, and I wanted to contact you because we have a brand new catalog, and I wanted you to be the first in your group of friends to date a party with this brand new catalog, right? So that's a great reason to contact someone and to get them, because you want them to be the first to date a party. Oh, Juanita, awesome, love it. Because you want them to be the first to date a party with the brand new catalog, right? Because they want to be the first. They want to get in the host rewards first. So that's a great reason why I would contact someone, because we have a brand new catalog, or because there's a specific product in your address book that they're looking for. Okay, so now let's pretend that you have that large carryall in stock, because some of us do have some stock, right? Or maybe your business leader has that in stock, and or your director, and you're able to get this product from them. I would never, ever, 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 ever. Who sang that song? Never, ever, ever. Is that like Taylor Swift? I don't know. I'm so not good with music. I don't even know how to put music on my phone. Okay, I shouldn't have said that out loud. This is recorded. You guys heard it. Anyway, I would never, ever, ever sell a piece of Tupperware that is in my stock that is not currently available for purchase. Okay, so you heard that. So that actually comes from a book, Sell a Piece of Tupperware, Make Money Today, Recruit and Make Money Forever. Thank you, Carrie, for having my back. Awesome. Taylor Swift it is. So if I happen to have that product in stock, I would offer that product to someone if they dated a party. Now, let's say it was a large carryall, so the retail price in Canada is $60, but we all know that they were last on sale for $40. So I would say, if you date a party with me, I'll sell it to you for $40 and you'll get it for a deal. I might, though, offer it for half of that price if they date a party and have 10 adults in attendance. And I always say 10 adults because when I wasn't saying adults, then other people, some of my hosts would say, well, I had my children there, I had my baby there. And it's like, well, that's great, you did. Wish they weren't there because people would have been focusing more on the Tupperware, but they were there. I don't say that out loud, honestly. But I want it to be 10 adults in attendance, as an example, right? So I might say if you get 5 adults in attendance, you can have the large carryall for $25. But if you get 10 adults in attendance, you can get that large carryall for $5, right? So depending on where you're at in your business, you might want to offer that large carryall or whatever the product is differently. But I always think if I have stock in my garage or in my storage room, it's collecting dust. that dust is not helping me to build a business. So I want to use that stock, use that inventory to help me build a business. But you don't need to give it away for free. You can simply offer it for the price you got it for if they date a party with you. And sometimes I'll even say, you know what, I will sell that large carry-all to you for $40, which is a discount because it was regular retail $60, if you can get 3 adults in attendance. And let's get 3 people around your kitchen table, and let's get I want to practice a new recipe with them, right? I love that word, practice a new recipe. Carrie, would you be open to having a couple of your girlfriends over so I could practice a new recipe, a new Tupperware recipe? So that wording has worked for me. The other thing I would say is, so going back to the example I gave, hi, Carrie, this is Cora calling. I wanted to call you because we have a brand new catalog, and I wanted you to be the first in your group of friends to date a party with a new catalog. And then, right, and then she replies, and I say, Carrie, count the chairs around your kitchen table. 6 chairs. Okay, so I need 1, you need 1. Let's fill those other 4 chairs. Would you be open to filling those other 4 chairs with your friends and family? And then with adults, 4 other adults, and then we could practice some new recipes. Okay, Janice Bretterham from Ontario, you booked a party for a free set of mini salt and pepper shakers. That is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, right? So you need to find out what's in it for them, with them, what's in it for me. Your host or your potential hosts want to know what's in it for them. So if you can figure out what's in it for them, you are going to be super successful in dating Tupperware parties, right? So something I've done before as well, and I've done this on Facebook. I posted on my Facebook, I'm looking for 10 friends to give me 10 items on their Tupperware wish list. Because if you don't have your address book started yet, you need to start it somewhere. You need to find out what items are on the wish list for your potential hosts. And it can be items that are currently available for sale. So it can be items currently available in the catalog that maybe they just don't want to invest in. So, so what I would do is I would say, when I get 10 people to tell me their top 10 items on their wish list, then I am going to do a draw. And the items that you can do a draw for, you guys, can be your citrus peelers, can be your tiny treasures. Maybe the last event you went to, your business leader or your director gave you a snap cup for attending, or whatever it was. Maybe you got you earned a prize from Tupperware. You don't need to invest a lot of money when you're doing a draw for wish list. It could be something small, but you put a lot of value into it. Some of our customers love the Tupperware keychains. Those are the kinds of things that you can invest in for your business if you don't have any more left. And those are the kinds of things you can give away. You guys, when you leave your house, do you leave your house with Tupperware? Like we talked about the water bottle, but even pictures, like if you're at a hockey game or whatever, are you drinking out of Tupperware? Because that's important. We need to be showing off Tupperware. I'm all over the place here. I want to get back to this idea though. Okay, so what's in it for them is super important. So you need to give people reasons to date parties with you. If you are simply selling your stock at a discount or selling items not currently available in the catalog, why would anyone want to date a party with you? So here's the thing. Once you have a party dated, now this is the key, because it is so much easier to date parties when you have a party, at a party. So you want to make the most out of every single party that you have. So one of the things I love to do is I love to give my host a gift, a small gift, one of the dating gifts, let's say, or whatever I have in stock. I don't like to invest in dating gifts because we don't get sales credit. So I'd rather buy items that are on sale for a really good price and use those as the gift, because we do get sales credit for that. But I say 7 days before the party, I want her wish list. And when I'm at the party, I'm going to give her an extra gift in front of everyone. So if Tracy was my host, I want all of you seeing that Tracy's getting an extra gift because she gave me her wish list 7 days before the party. How easy is that? But with that wish list, I am able to figure out, first of all, what I want to demo at the party. Second of all, I want to put together a package, a host gift package. Because if the current host gift in the catalog and in the sales brochure is not on her wish list, I need to find something that is exclusive that will take the place of that. So, using the large carry-all example from earlier. So let's say that Tracy is not into the current host gift, even though that current host gift is beautiful. She probably is. But let's just say she's not. Maybe she did a party with me already in January and already has it. Then I would say, Tracy, guess what? I have these 3 large carry-alls, and that is actually an option you can choose for the current host gift. So that current host gift is what you're going to get with a 650 party and 2 datings. So Tracy, when you get that 650 party or whatever the combination is in the US, when you get that 650 party and 2 datings, you're going to get these 3 large carryalls as your host gift. Okay. And the key there, the key in that, guys, is the 2 datings. If I can get my current host committed to getting those 2 datings because of the Tupperware she's going to earn as a result, that's going to keep my business going forever and ever and ever. So really, that is the key, guys, is those 2 datings. You need to be committed whenever you go to a party to getting those 2 datings, because that is the key to keeping your date book filled. Okay, one of the last things I want to share with you is if you don't have parties in your date book now, and when you're phoning people right now because there's a brand new catalog, or you're talking to people when you're out and about and you're inviting them to date a party with you. Something else that has worked for me in the past is, so Danica, my director has challenged me to date 3 parties this week. Can I count on you to have one of those parties with me? And I always like to put it back on my director's challenged me. Because if I can make it not about me getting the party, but it's about Danica and my director who has this challenge on for me, then I'm going to be more successful in getting parties dated because they're going to want to do it because my director's challenged me. Okay, now let's say that you phone 10 people and you phone 100 people. And if you have phoned 100 people, I want you to post that in this thread too. Let us know what word choices are working for you. Let us know how you've tweaked it to get positive results, because we all can learn from each other. We all can have different ways of doing things. Take the best and store the rest. But if you have no party dated this weekend, we're going into the last week of February, you're not going to say no to yourself. So date a party with yourself. Date a party with yourself, okay? So challenge yourself to have a party today or tomorrow and invite your friends over. Invite your friends over, invite your team over. If you have team members, invite your team over. We have built our top of the line business around team cooking parties. So sometimes we would have 30 people in my house. Sometimes we would have 4. And all it is using Tupperware and making recipes around my kitchen table, around my kitchen island. And the people at those team cooking parties can be guests. They could be brand new team members. They can be team member on another downline. Because what I've seen happen at team cooking parties is whoever's house it's at typically has guests. So if I have guests at my house and Danica shows up and she's on another director team, but she's demoing her favorite Micro Pro grill recipe, my guests are seeing it and they're like, holy smokes, that's awesome. And they're learning from her tips and tricks from Tupperware, but then they're going to date the party with me because, of course, the rule is whoever invites the customer, whoever invites the guest, that's their business, that's their customers. But we can all work together collectively. So next month, the team cooking party is going to be at Danica's house. I'm going to go there. I'm going to make my favorite stack cooker recipe, and Danica's customers are going to be wowed, and she's going to date a party. And when we all collectively work together, that's when we see success in this business. So hopefully I've given you some tips that are going to help you date Tupperware parties. I would love to know your favorite tip. I want you to post it in the chat. I want you to go to your company's Facebook group and share something that you got out of today's Facebook Live. And hopefully it's not that I'm a terrible singer, because we all knew that going in. And tell everyone why in your company, why they should be joining our FSRC 2.0 Facebook group so they can take advantage of this great training each and every week. And does anyone have any questions before I end the broadcast here? And the recording will stay on. So if you have team members who weren't able to get on right now, you can tag them in this and they can watch it later. And they can also go to our FSRC album where we have all of the past recordings posted. Any questions at all anyone has before I end the broadcast? So I am going to do a draw from everyone in the next 24 hours who replies here, who talks to 5 people today, in the next 24 hours, talks to 5 different people about Tupperware. I'm going to do a draw, but you need to post in the comments here about what you said, and maybe even a picture of what you're wearing out in public, and let us know. And I'm going to do a draw from everyone in the next 24 hours. So thank you guys for being on. Thank you for sharing this Saturday morning with me. And I look forward to each of you dating Tupperware parties, because you know what, guys? You all deserve to earn that free trip to Hemingway and go together in June. We should plan an FSRC dinner with everyone who goes. Now, your business leaders won't be there with you, but I know some of our top directors will be there, and they can welcome all of our FSRC team members who are there. And we can do an FSRC dinner together in Hemingway. And you guys, oh my gosh, I should have said this earlier. I have been on that Hemingway trip. I've earned that 3 times. That is my favorite Tupperware trip, you guys. Okay, right now there is snow outside my house, and the thought of putting my feet in the sand and in the ocean in June is like amazing. And not only that, but you get to go to the Tupperware plant and you get to see how these people's lives have been changed because of Tupperware, and they thank you for being a Salesforce member. You guys deserve to be on that trip and get treated like royalty. So let's all earn this. Well, except for our business leaders, let's all earn this Tupperware trip together because you deserve it. So thank you all for being on, and I'm looking forward to hearing your replies. Bye for now.